What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Von Miller, NFL player Von Miller. He was reportedly suspended for 4 games less than 2 weeks ago due to a domestic violence incident where the police, because of a 911 call, the police suspected that he had put hands on his girlfriend, Megan Denise. Now, I've spoken about Von Miller and Megan Denise before. I said this when he got engaged to her years ago. I said that this was going to be a mistake. Now, they've gone on to have 2 children together, but he finds himself constantly in drama with her. There was a situation years ago where she got pregnant with their first child, and according to her, he didn't want the child, and she put it out there. She exposed it. Now, Megan Denise is an ex-Skripper. She used to dance, I believe, at one of Floyd Mayweather's establishments out there in Vegas, I believe. She was a part of the money team in some capacity. And he got with her because, I guess that's how social media is how he found her. But anyway, they got together and they got engaged rather quickly, but they broke up. And I said to myself, this might be for the best, right? Because she's an Instagram OnlyFans chick, ex-Skripper. You don't need to be getting married to her. But he continued to mess around with her. And not only did he have 1 child with her, he had 2. Now, again, I talked about how with the first child, she put it out there that he didn't want the child. But apparently he came around to it. He got back with her. She got pregnant again, had another child with him. And now I believe she's staying with him. And then you have this domestic dispute that happened in November of last year that got him into a situation where he had to turn himself in. And now he got suspended for 4 games. Now, Megan Denise put up a post on her IG stories in reaction to this. So October will be filled with love. October will be filled with peace. October will be filled with healing. October will be filled with progress. October will be filled with blessings. October will be filled with happiness. October will be filled with opportunity. And then she posted a picture that said, in case you're wondering, she was standing, it looks like in a home gym. Von Miller's logo is in the background. So I guess she wanted everybody to know she's still with him in some capacity. Listen. This guy signed a 6-year, $102 million contract in 2022 with the Buffalo Bills. But this guy finds himself in constant issues with this woman. Now, I know he wants to do the right thing. He wants to be in his children's life. But it's very clear to me that him and this particular woman, who he will never marry, they're shacking up because he doesn't want his children living with her alone. But he chose to be with her. And a lot of these guys make the wrong choices in women and they expect it to work out. It never works out. I've seen this story so many times. No, excuse me. I said he signed a $102 million contract. He signed a $120 million contract. So let me go ahead and reiterate that. He signed a $120 million contract, which makes this story even worse because that's a lot of money to leave on the table if you getting caught up in the, if you're violating the league's personal conduct policy. The Buffalo Bills will find a way to get out of that contract. Now, Von seemingly was getting himself together physically because he's had some injury issues and was going on pace to have a good season. And he has the suspension. $120 million contract could go down the drain if you continue with this woman. I know you have children with her. You feel comfortable with her. But this is going to occur again. And Von has to make a choice. You're going to choose your career or you're going to choose to try to control this woman that you clearly are having a tough time controlling. How many times do you have to see, Von, that this woman is your Achilles heel? 4-game suspension. This could really hurt you in the eyes of the organization, the coaching staff. They could lose confidence in you with stuff like this. That's a lot of money to lose out on because you're trying to contain somebody that's not containable. This is why you didn't want to marry her. You got engaged to her, Von, years ago. You broke up with her because you did not want to marry her, only for you to then get her pregnant. Not once, but twice. The problem with a lot of men these days, they meet women in these circumstances. You're an NFL player. She's a Skripper, OnlyFans chick. I don't think she's on OnlyFans anymore. And y'all think y'all can make these women into wives. You'll never make these women into wives. Never. She for the streets just like every other female online now. And again, Vaughn, why are you suspended? Did you think you weren't going to get punished for that? They mean business when it comes to this domestic violence thing. I mean, look at what happened with Ezekiel Elliott. All the evidence showed that he did not put his hands on a particular female that he had issues with or did anything to her. But he still got, what, a 6-game suspension? He still got punished. And now you get a 4-game suspension because there was really nothing put out there. Megan Denise didn't help the investigation. But why did it get to that point? This isn't going to be the only incident. Again, I'm not wishing any ill will on this relationship at all. But if this keeps happening, it's only going to keep happening because you allow it to happen. You have a bag, a $120 million bag, and you dudes mess it up because you so thirsty for an Instagram chick. And this ain't just Von Miller. It's a lot of these athletes because a lot of you guys have no social skills. You don't know how to go out there and get a woman in your actual everyday life. You got to go to Instagram and get a woman. You got to get a woman straight off the pole who bring nothing but strife and BS to your life. But now you're stuck with her, Vaughn, because if she was to leave you for good, she could put you on a lot of child support. Those are 2 children she got. How much child support you think you're going to be paying? And then she can go to the judge and throw all your dirt back in your face. Because one day, Vaughn, she's going to do that. These women are going to get tired of playing house with you dudes. And you dudes are not making no commitment to wife them up. They're going to get tired of playing house. And you know what they're going to do, Vaughn? Vaughn, they're going to try to destroy you. She already tried it once when she put out those messages that did make you look bad. It made you look bad. And the reason why it made her look bad too, because she went right back to him. You put out those messages, Megan, to try to make it seem like he didn't want your child, that he was this horrible person, only for you to go back to him and have another child with him. So that made you equally look bad too. But we all know when a lot of you women are hurt, you will say and do anything to get back at that person, only for you to then get back in relationships with them. So it makes you look bad too. You don't look good in those situations. None of you do. I just find it interesting that she's putting up these IG posts talking about how October is going to be this good month, even though he's going to be sitting at home. And she's posting a picture showing everybody she's still living with him, but he's not going to marry you. He had a chance to marry you and he didn't, but he still had 2 children with you, which is even worse. I don't get this. Why do you dudes have children with women that you refuse to marry? I would never have a child with a woman that I don't want to marry. That's a waste of time. That is a waste of money, and that is a waste of my life when I could be spending it with somebody I actually want to be with long term. But he's so obsessed with this female that he's willing to have her living with him. He's having children with her, even though it's very clear that, bro, she will sabotage you. She has no problem sabotaging you and then putting up posts like she ain't the one that's the reason why you sitting at home for 4 games because of claims of abuse. And again, when you women do that, when you try to get these dudes caught up and you still stay with them, you look bad too. And that's why nobody should believe you. This is 2024. Y'all don't have to stay nowhere with these men. Y'all choose to stay. But I know that Megan knows that he doesn't want to be with her long term. She knows this. And she will find ways to sabotage him. And if he doesn't get a clue and see what's going on, he's going to lose that $120 million bag that he has. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check out all the other videos. And I'll see y'all next one.